back to another video. I have to go to the restroom, so we're going to skim through this story. But I still hope you enjoy. This was a request. It is a Yuuma Isogai one. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey, what you thinking about? Or should I say who? Kaino teased. You were staring out of the class window beside you while waiting for the class to start. The view was captivating, but Kaino was right. You weren't just daydreaming about nature, you were thinking about him, your crush and partner for the school project that was due next Monday. Shut up, you're lucky me and Rio haven't ratted you out to Nagisa yet, you screamed, creating laughter amongst you and Nakamura while Kaino blushed and took her seat. When the black-haired, pale golden-eyed male walked through the door, Rio got an idea. Hey Mahara, over here! She waved for the blonde male, knowing that Isogai would follow. Kaino snickered over your hot-toned face. What are you guys doing after school today? Rio asked. Nothing much. What about you guys? He responded. You looked out the window again. You couldn't wait for the day to be over because you and Isogai had planned to work on your project today. You were fuming with excitement and nervousness, but mostly excitement. Isogai was so kind and caring. Who wouldn't like to spend time with him? Oh, hey Wyan. He spoke softly, but you could hear his voice crack a little. You looked up to face your crush, who was now facing the floor. Why are you facing the floor, Yuuma? You could see a tint of red blush against his cheeks. I'm sorry, but I can't work with you today, he blurted out, his eyes shut tightly. I understand if you don't want to be my partner anymore, he finished. The class wasn't loud, but there were a few people talking amongst themselves, but the commotion Isogai had caused made the banter come to a sudden halt. You could feel everyone's eyes on you, waiting for you to respond. Of course, you already knew what you were going to say. It just took you by surprise is all. Yuuma? The teenage boy looked up, still bowing his upper body. You don't have to apologize. I want to be with you, if you'll have me, you exclaimed. Isogai stood from his position and walked over to you. He clasped your hands together and gave one last apology before eventually thanking you. Honestly, it's no problem. You're so kind and generous. Whoever says different is lying to themselves. You smiled. Isogai blushed at your statement while Kaino oohed her way over and Rio poked your cheeks. Hey, stop it! You shouted, trying to move yourself away from your besties. A couple of minutes in of you struggling, you and your friends heard a chuckle. It wasn't a hard and abrupt chuckle, just a small, quiet, and quite faint one. The three of you turned to see who it belonged to, but when your eyes landed on the soft pale golden ones, you turned as red as a ripe tomato. Let go of me! You fought your way out of your friends still messing with you and huffed all the way back to your seat, which you somehow moved away from when you were talking to Isogai. You're cute when you're mad, you know. You heard Isogai whisper as he walked away. You turned back to look at him, but he was already in another conversation with Mahara. If only you could see yourself, you whispered back, looking out the window once more. After school ended, you, Rio, and Kaino decided to hang out at the small restaurant that had previously opened up. It was a maid cafe, and you were all excited. You and Kaino to see the pretty maids in their outfits, and Nakamura with her sneaky plan to try and get both of you to try them on. Once the fresh air of the cafe store hit your noses, you all started to drool. I smell chocolate, Kaino squealed, rushing towards the table. You and Rio caught up to her, with you sitting in front of Rio and Kaino to the left of her. You again took a whiff of the air surrounding the cafe. It was nice, small, but quiet. There were a few other people in the shop, but still, it was pretty soundless. As the waiter approached your table, the three of you dug your noses into the cafe menus, trying to decide what you wanted before they got to you. Hello, what can I do for you? What are you guys doing here? What are we doing here? What are you doing here? Kaino shouted, shaking the life out of your poor crush. See what I did there? Just kidding, I love you, Yuuma. I'm sorry, please don't tell the school. Jobs aren't permitted. You could be expelled. You joined in on the torment. I know, I'm sorry, He stayed silent for a while. Nakamura motioned for him to sit down, and he did. Explain, she said, and so he explained everything. You honestly felt sorry for the boy. He didn't deserve this. He was such a nice person, a kind-hearted soul. How could this happen? We won't tell anyone, you prompted. Isogai looked up with a sigh of relief. You smiled and nodded. Thank you, he exclaimed, embracing you in a hug. You could feel the blood rush to your cheeks as you were engulfed. We're gonna go now, Ryo said, standing up gently. Yeah, we'll definitely order next time, Kaino added as they both walked out of the cafe. Isogai let go of you after a while. God knows why he hung on to you for so long, but you honestly didn't care. You enjoyed it while it lasted. When he pulled away from you, you met his eyes. You're so cute when you're blushing, he said as he moved forward. He kissed your lips without hesitation. I'm sorry, he said while he looked on at your now dropped mouth and widened eyes. It was just a peck, and you wanted more. From that mere second of his confidence, you could feel the adrenaline pumping through your veins. They were speaking to you, yelling, screaming, and shouting at you to kiss that boy again. You couldn't help yourself. Pulling his face right back by his collar, you said, "Don't be." You yanked him and kissed him again. This time, the kiss lasted way longer than you had planned it to be. You're really cute when you're blushing, Isogai commented after you broke apart. He could clearly see your face, but you didn't care at this point. However, you still had a playful side, so you replied with, "You're really cute in that maid outfit, you know." It may have been cringy, but you couldn't care less. Isogai stood, saying he should really get back to work. You nodded and stood up behind him. When he turned around, you hooked your arms around the nape of his neck and came as close to kissing him all over again. His hot breath on your lips was all you could think about, but again, you were playful. "Next time, make sure to kiss me when you're my boyfriend," you said and winked. "Okay," he spoke while moving closer. Another kiss was planted on your lips, as if it was a normal thing. Your breath hitched, and you finally thought you were going to pass out. "Done," he stated when he met your eyes again. "What?" You were gonna question what he meant when he walked away, leaving you there with only the memory of his kiss. Placing 2 fingers on your lips, you rubbed the spot where he had licked you. "I'll get him next time." Oh my god, that was so cute, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry that my voice got like this because, yeah, I don't know why it does that. And my mom took all the coffee, like she emptied out the coffee, so when I went to go get some this morning, there was none, and so I was really cranky in the morning. And yeah, bye loves. Okay, I can't talk. Okay. God knows why he hung on to you for oh my gosh, you see, people are so rude when I'm trying to read a story.